If you're keen to know what's happening in the fascinating world of red light therapy, then this video is for you. It is the June edition of Red Light Therapy news and updates, and we have a lot to cover. Also, be sure to hang around because at the end, I have a video to share with you. This thing is going nuts. I've never had a video take off like this. The comments are quite controversial as well, and yeah, you want to check this one out. So hang around for that. New products, let's get into it. Okay, so first up, we have the Kineon Move Plus Pro. This is something I've been playing around with for a few days now. I actually just had an interview with the co-founder, very fascinating interview. Be sure to subscribe to be notified when that goes out. This product has been around for a few months now, so you may have already heard of it. It's kind of new to me though. Very good for knee or joint issues, but of course it can be used for spot treatment as well. Uses a combination of red light therapy and lasers. I'll put links to this product and everything else I cover in this video down below, including discount codes and discount links. Speaking of discounts, now if you've seen my work in the past, chances are you've heard of the Platinum LED range or the Biomax range. I use their panels. They're exceptional panels and they've helped many people over the years. They are moving away from discount codes and now using discount links. So if you are looking at buying one of their panels, be sure to use the discount link. That will save you some money at the checkout process because the codes are going to be deactivated soon. Bond Charge, which is a company we haven't mentioned for a while, they've actually just come out with an LED silicone mask. Now what's interesting is it looks very similar to the Omnilux mask, and I've reviewed that in the past. It is a different color, some of the wavelengths are slightly different, and it is also a little bit cheaper. But yeah, quite interesting. On the site, it's advertised to emit 100 milliwatts over centimeter squared. I highly doubt that to be the case because that is an extraordinary number and these are fanless LEDs. But hey, I may try and get one and do a review. Let me know if you're keen to see that. Mito Red Light have come out with a Mega, Elite, and an Ultimate size for their Mito Adapt range. This is their old commercial range. Now you can get it in the Mito Adapt form. Pretty cool. They're obviously selling it to the consumer. I still haven't tested or played with one of these huge panels. I would love to. The closest I have used is the Rojo 3000, which was massive. Whether I'll get one or not, I'm not too sure. They are very expensive. And of course, shipping them is a big cost, especially to me here in little old New Zealand. However, if you live in America and you want to go all out and just get one massive panel, yeah, be sure to check them out. Discount code Alex should save you a little bit of money, which is probably handy given the price of these. Finally, I do have a bit of a teaser here. I will be doing a body panel comparison video at the end of this year. I've done a few in the past, very popular, very helpful, a lot of work. So I have been reaching out to companies saying, look, you know, I'm going to start filming these days. What panels will you be selling? I want to make sure I've got the latest and greatest. And a lot of these companies have come back to me saying, hey, look, we're working on a new version, some new features, some new specs. Now, none of them have given me the okay to share this information with you yet, but a lot of these companies are rolling things out in the very near future. What does this mean? Well, it means there's going to be lots of great content coming out on this channel, but more importantly, there's going to be lots of options for you guys. If you're in the market for a red light therapy panel, especially later on this year, I think you're going to be overwhelmed with options. So very cool. Okay, so what about new articles? Well, Infrared have just published a blog titled Red Light Therapy for Dogs. This is interesting. It is a topic I want to cover in a video where I look at pets and red light therapy. Red light therapy has been used by veterinarians and horse trainers for a very long time. In fact, there's a lot of research and a lot of people were swearing by the impacts that it had in the animal world before, you know, even humans were using it themselves. So yeah, if you have a pet or a dog that has some health issues, definitely check this article out. Violet have released 2 deep dive articles on red light therapy and autism, and also one on Parkinson's. These articles discuss recently published studies using their devices. Their devices are for brain health. And yeah, there is a lot of research showing that they are quite beneficial. In fact, it's something I'm looking into for my son who suffers from epilepsy. There is a clinic and a specialist in neuroplasticity who uses photobiomodulation and other modalities to help with learning disorders, brain disorders, and epilepsy. So that is something we may be doing. If you want to know more about that, let me know and I'll be sure to provide updates. I stumbled upon an article from a biohacker who looked at photobiomodulation and its impact on blood glucose. He was using a continuous blood glucose monitor. So I'll put a link to that article if you want to check that out. It's quite interesting. We have an article from Mito Red considering whether red light therapy is a form of doping and whether it is allowed or should be allowed in sports. Very interesting, and I'm keen to see how this is going to play out in the future as it becomes more mainstream and known to be a performance enhancer. A couple other resources here. Gimburid have an article on the systemic benefits of red light therapy. Rooch have an article on red light therapy and liver health, and also red light therapy and itchy skin. Chroma have an article on red light therapy and pain health, quite interesting. And finally, the guys over at Neuronic have an article looking at how their Neuroradiant 1070 reduces brain fog in those suffering from long COVID. This was a clinical study. Links to all of these articles are below. Okay, so this month's study looks at red light therapy and pain. It was a systemic review looking at sufferers from neck pain in particular. Now, the researchers not only looked at how severe the pain was, but also other factors such as range of movement or other disabilities that may be present because of the neck issue. Now, they looked at quite a broad range of red light therapy. There was no specific wavelength or specific dose, but just red light therapy as a whole, and the outcomes were great. They concluded that from 556 patients, results revealed that red light therapy was significantly effective in pain reduction. Other outcomes such as range of movement also improved. The researchers concluded that this form of treatment should be used alongside other forms of therapy when it comes to issues such as neck pain. So get your red light therapy device, hit it on that sore spot, see how you go. This month's question is, what is the impact of red light therapy and sleep? In particular, sleep quality. Now, before I get into the nitty gritty of the answer here, I do want to mention that some people have found that red light therapy right before bed can have a bit of a stimulating effect and it impacts their sleep in a negative way. Others have the opposite effect. They find it helps relax them and they use it right before bed. So your mileage may vary. But we looked at a bunch of studies and this is what we found, that yes, red light therapy may help with sleep, but it definitely helps enhance recovery. I am going to do a dedicated video on this, so be sure to subscribe for that. But for now, it does look like red light therapy can help with sleep. The mechanisms and the dosing and the parameters we're still not too sure on. But again, I really think you just need to try it. Try it for a few days, see how you sleep. If you sleep better, great, run with it. All right, so a bit of an update from me. First up, I'm hoping to get to London for the Health Optimization Summit. If you are going to be there, please leave a comment below and we'll try to link up while we're over there. I'm hoping as well to interview some big names in the world of photobiomodulation while I'm over there. So expect to see some more great content coming through. I've just finished my review of the Rouge G3 Pro. This is a new and improved version from that company. Quite a good panel. Review will be out soon. I'm also playing around with a red light therapy app. Yes, an app. That's an interesting video. A must watch when that's out. I have a good look at this device. I have a video on what you need to look at before buying a red light therapy panel. And of course, I'm starting to think about how I'm going to do my body panel comparison. Now, I am putting out 3 videos a week dedicated to red light therapy, so there's a good chance you may have missed something in the past few weeks. I've done a video looking at red light therapy and electricity use, quite interesting. I've done another interesting video testing the treatment area of a red light therapy panel. That was quite revealing and does change the way that I recommend and even use my panels. I have the low-cost Huga Pro 1500 review, and I also have this video. This video here has been the most popular video I've ever published of all time. It's crazy the amount of views, and it's also crazy the comments coming in on that video. So be sure to check it out, and yeah, have a look in the comment section as well.